Okay, yeah, yeah. Hello everyone, my name is Rodrigo. I'm the founder of Web Shaping Bay, and in this video I'm gonna show you how to use Web Shaping Bay and all the parameters, how to export your file, and everything. First of all, Web Shaping Bay is a web-based parametrically modeling software for surfboards. Where you can model your board, change the parameters, and model your board and export the production file. It's mainly mostly used for the production of 2D hollow wooden structures for hollow wooden surfboards, skin on frame hollow wooden surfboards. So as I said, it's a web-based platform, so you just log into webshapingbay.com and you will have the homepage where you can select the free um, use of the software. But I'm gonna show you the pro use of the software. If you subscribe, you're gonna have the same access, but you'll be allowed to export your production file. So I'm just gonna log in here. I have my login made and I have the pro subscription. So I have access to the pro area of the site. And I'm gonna start and I'm gonna select a preset of my boards. For example, I wanna do a short board. And so that's I'm gonna show you now the interface and all. So on the right you have all the parameters where you can access, and here you can go back and go forward. Over here you can export your data. The data that will be exported will be the one selected from your data. So any of these files. Over here you can full screen, you can hide the parameters, you can have the AR. So here you have a QR code to access AR on your phone. You can just scan this code and you can see the board on AR, augmented reality. And over here you have you can select the camera you want to see. So I'm gonna stay in perspective. So here we see our board in 3D. You have the 2D views of our board over here, and you have the annotation, all the information about that board that we are shaping. I'm gonna go into full screen and let's see all the parameters. So in your data, you can, as I said, you can select the data. For example, I'm gonna select the PDF of my hollow wooden structure. You will compute and generate the structure based on the parameters that I'm going to show later of how to set the hollow wooden structure based on what you want to achieve. So this is their 2D, and you'll be able, when you come here, you're going to export that exactly what you selected here as your export your file, as your selected file. Here you can enter the name of your file and you will receive your file like that. 2D hollow 2D board. And you can export. I'm gonna get out of. So I got my export and I got my 2D board over here. Okay, so in your data, you can also add your name, your surfboard name, your file name, and this will go to this info A4 if you want to have that. And another thing is, well, let's start shaping the board. For example, if we go to length and outline, We can change the length of our board to 5.6, for example, to let's go back to 5.11, and we can also change the outline. So in the center there will be the outline for the center, and we will this the line will always go through these points. So at 12 inches from the nose, the center, and 12 inches from the tail, we will have all these measurements, which are in centimeters. You can change with those on those arrows, or you can change. You have to always click out of it to have the parameters refreshed. And something that is new to this version is also this: you can export your parameters values. So, for example, if I export this board, I have it here, and oh, it went to my other screen. Let me put it back here. So I have this here, and I can, for example, rename it to my board, and I can, so if I change these for 5.6, for example, and or I want to continue from that board and I want to save, I can always import that file to the configurator area. So I have all that saved file here. And yeah, that's the outline. The outline is a combination of nose and tail and the outline parameters, because from here we have the nose form, and here we have the tail form. So if we change, for example, the multiply of this nose, we'll get the whole line changed, but these points will be fixed. This line is going through these points, so we know that these are our measures for our board. And we can also select different nose shapes, and we can always change the outline with it. So that's how we play with our outline and the whole shape of our board. In the tail we have many options as well. For example, we can have a fish tail. Tail, that would be weird because that tail is very close, and here we have to blend this curve, and all right, so let's do a fish, for example. Like, I want to get back to full, and all right, let's say we're happy with this outline, and we can move on to our rocker. So we have our rocker here, and we have we can always go to our top maybe to check our rocker, and I want to let's say, yeah, so we decrease here, and I'm gonna have it more relaxed, so I want to decrease the nose kick. This curve will be more relaxed here, and I'm going even lower here, and our tail, let's go a bit lower. So we're decreasing here the rocker on our tail. And all right, maybe a little bit more kick here. And okay, I'm happy with that. We can always go back here to our perspective and look in 3D. So yeah, okay, that's the rocker and that's the foil. The foil will be the volume distribution here. And for example, if we increase for our nose, we're gonna have very thick nose here. And we kind of don't want that right now. Let's keep like that. So if we increase the foil node center and all around, more or less, we're gonna have our volume changed, so increased if we're increasing our foil. And so our foil will be this, we also count with the deck and bottom shape to get the final number. But so we have the foil, and let's go to the rails. So the rails, the rail apex here is a bit lower, 60 40. We can select even lower and have our apex lower, and we can select the rail fullness to increase, for example, and we have a fuller rail if we want, or a more pinched rail. And let's go to back where it was. And the rail bands, also for that I'm going to select the color. I like to, if I want to check, for example, I want to check how the rail bands are going on here. We can go back to our rail bands, and we can, let me go to, nah, that's fine. We can change it. So the nose, this will be accounted for the top until here. So the top nose, the top. So let's kind of increase all those so we can see how rail bands react. And yeah, so that will also shape our rails. If we pull it very far, we can see that our rail is going to be a bit more pinched here with the deck. So, or if we have it kind of low, we'll have a more boxy rail. Yeah. And we can also change our rails over here. So let's say, yeah, or more full. So let's go back to more or less the same, because it was looking nice. Okay, more on the nose, and that's it. And our rails to 60/40. Okay. So we go to our deck contours, and if we can have it flat, for example, on the nose, on the center, or we can have it all different kind of rail or of decks. We can have a double concave, for example, on the tail, and a dome deck in the center and flat in the nose if we want. Let's go with that. And we can also have a step deck, which will make this step and have the rails thinner than the deck. So let's kind of go with that. For example, these are our options, and we have the, so I'm gonna go back to more or less, we have our bottom. So our bottom will be the bottom of our board. We can see more or less how it is right now. It's kind of single to double with this light shining through. And is it? Yeah. So let's see, we have these options. Let's have a V bottom. We can also see here, we see it's a bit V now. Let me increase this to be more obvious. So we have the V here, and single concave. Let's increase just to, so increase our single. I'm gonna go back and go into a double concave. And here we have something new as well, is the channel. For example, we can select where we want the channel. So let's say the center. This will be overwrite on that parameter, and we want the channel, a concave channel, and we can select the width. We can increase, yeah. All right, and then we can kind of check here on our mesh. It's not very visible, but if we export our 2Ds, we're gonna see this our ribs for our skin on frame hollow wooden surfboard will have those channels there. And let's, for example, select V channel on the tail and check what will happen. So we can select the tail here, and we see the channel going here. So yeah, that's a bit less, and pretty happy with this board. Okay, so let's see our exports. Oh no, then yeah, okay, so I want a hollow wooden structure for this board, and I'm gonna select the PDF hollow wooden structure, and I have here, okay, I have here my 2D plans, and I want to select what I want. So I want my ribs spaced every 15 centimeters. This will probably increase my rib number. Yeah, so we have our ribs here. Nice. Double concave, double deck, double concave bottom, step deck. Okay. So these are our ribs. This is our spine, and this is our rail. And this is something unique to Web Shipping Bay, which is the horizontal rails, which is something that is going to be inside our board, keeping the outline as we designed. And we have the thickness of all our So if we're using a material like, let's say 5 mm material on all the pieces, that's what we want to have, all 5 mm. um, and if we want the solid rail, we can, if we don't want, we can disable, and then we have only what is here, the ribs and the spine. um, if we don't want the horizontal rail, we can also disable if we have the solid rail on, and we can add or take the holes from our structure to have it light, to be lighter. And we can also increase or decrease the size of our nose, of our hose. So less will be, so this will be 6 mm from each, from top and bottom, and between them, between the holes. And well, let's keep like that. And we can also divide the long pieces to, let's say, laser cut in a smaller size laser. We can divide our longer pieces, and is set to 3. So we have it divided by 3, and they will intersect in a way that they don't match, so they don't intersect. So that will be quite a strong structure, even though it's separated. And we have a puzzle joint on all the pieces. Okay, so that's it. If I want to have this, that's how I do my boards, and I want to export this file to do this board. I come over here, and I can download my file, but I'm gonna give it a name. Whatever. All right, I have my board here as I selected, as I designed, and this is a one-to-one PDF, so we can laser cut. We have this outline. I don't really use it, but there are people that use. So we can select, we can laser cut or CNC, anyhow, this PDF or the DXF. And we can select different data. We can select the DXF, so it's going to be the same, but you can open and edit other CAD softwares. We can select our spin template. So we have our spin template. We can, so these are the, we can get our step model of our surfboard and download it. So this is going to be the 3D model. And yeah, that's it so far. This, as I didn't show, is to go back and forward. So, and that's it. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna try to show the AR. So that's it. You scan the QR code, and I'm gonna try to show, I don't know, put on Instagram or on YouTube as well, how it looks, this our board on AR. And thank you for watching. Hope you liked it, and yeah, have fun. Yeah, so of course there were some things that I forgot to mention, and I'm gonna show you here on the different preset board, which is the long board, for example. I wanted to show you the rail band on in the bottom. So, oh, I forgot to mention the colors as well. You can change the colors and you would be also see these colors on the AR, so you can test some color on your board. And you can see the rail bands here. So the rail bands on the bottom that I forgot to mention, bottom nose, we'll change this on the nose. And actually one bit more. Okay, that's here. So this will also, in the longboard, I have a more tucked in rail on the bottom, and that's what I wanted to show. You can also change that. This will shape the rail as well. And something else, which is the something on hollow wooden structure tab, which is the solid rail offset, which means that I have it set for 2, and I have my thickness of my rails as 0.5, so I need to have my outline done. I have to add 1.5 centimeters of materials to have the so I usually use cork, but I don't know, that's how I do my board. But if you're using the solid rails offset, you keep in mind that this number will be that. So if I decrease, I will have this. You see that this is smaller, which is going more towards the outline and the rails. So if I decrease to 1.5 and I have 5 millimeters of material, I need 1 centimeter of material to get to the right size of my board. Yeah, okay. That's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy and have fun with the tool. Uh, this month there's a 50% discount, which is the first month that we launched the tool. And so if you get it now and use it, you get a 50% discount. And yeah, if you need have any question or anything, just send me a message, an email, and I'll be happy to answer. And thank you.